To kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
55. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Mark 55, Mark 55.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on the play. It's third and 61, matchbox lights. Hey, high 7, snap.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Alert 3, alert
3. X3, 218, chopper.
Set.
Hey, rock it. Rock, lead dribble.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slit.
22 jet bomber.
Twist.
Now.
Hit it.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. You got 3 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll let this go for the end zone. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving...
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Topper! Hey, Delta.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Going deep this time for Miller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's trash. That's trash. Check safety, check safety. Kill. Hatchet.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And now a fumble. The ball's out. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, Jim. Check 43. No. 25. Check 25. Check. Crunch. Check. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this trip.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Switch, switch, switch. Joker, 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 joker. Kill, kill, kill. Check 99, check 99.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which also
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Hey, Alpha. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Tannehill now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
55, come on, guys, 55. Watch the slant.
Big grip.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Buddy up. Line 6. Hayward. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. SOS.
From the gun, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This time, Jackson will throw it. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Bang, 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 bang.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be fourth and long.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Let's go! Wahoo! Go! Go!
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Say go!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
At the 38-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
Let's go! Get set!
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. Not losing with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
36.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Watch it. Check nickel. Watch it. Hey, check 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
61, matchbox light.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
On the ready.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and
X3. 218. Chop. Snap.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Go now.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers.
2nd and goal. At the Saints 7
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Ready, ready.
Again, McCaffrey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now a run with Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. Back now in Tampa, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Caught here by Griffin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
2nd and 10. At the Buccaneers 43-yard line.
Mike, 45. Hey. 45 is the mic.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. This to Jarwin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
And the Saints.
Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Ready. Fair.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has... Feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Hey, dude.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one. Hey, watch that. Check it, go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tannehill. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Topper!
Back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check curls.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check 45 to Mike. Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 45 Mike. 45. Cut.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Let's go.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Cooper again the target, but now it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
3 down, 3 down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 5.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Watch the safety creep. Check 24. Check 24.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Check 4. Check 4. Tighten up. Tighten up.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because they're...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 22. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less, because these 2 teams know each other better than most. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Saints, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. Yeah, call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See where this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my home team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. Yeah, I been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't riding. Down like a pound, I got it. Don't pound to surround me, I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bump it.